Yoo-hoo!
Beta's big test. Archi is a small triumphal arch who lives in the place where things are alive, the world of the inanimati. Archi walks to school each day. He carries his book of books and other school supplies in his backpack, zaino, and sometimes Archi finds a bit of chocolate in there to share with his friends, but only if he looks hard enough. Zaino has many secret pockets and likes to hide things from Archi, just for fun. Today, Archi met his friend Beta, the egg beater, on the way to school. Beta is a young inanimati called a mechanisti. While triumphal arches like Archi will get bigger when they grow up, a mechanisti becomes a more complicated machine. Beta does not know what he will become someday, perhaps a large mechanical harvester like his Aunt Thresher, or even a helicopter like his Uncle Chopper. But right now Beta is worried about the test he will have to take at school that morning. "I don't think I can remember all the different kinds of simple machines, Archi. You're lucky, you don't get these tests. I know it should be easy for me because I'm a mechanisti, but it isn't." "I have worse exams, Beta," replied Archi. "Try memorizing all the parts of an arch sometime. I have to know my keystone, my intrados, my frieze." Stop, Beta interrupted. "How can you remember all those names?" "I have a system to remember them by," Archi explained. "Maybe you should use one too." "What sort of system?" Beta asked, hopeful that he might find a magic answer to his problem. "I use a rhyming system," said Archi. "It works like this. When I have to remember a word, I think of another word that rhymes with it and try to remember them together. That way, one word makes me think of the other and I can pull them from my memory." "Can you give me an example?" Beta asked. "I'm not sure I understand." "Okay," replied Archi. "The rhymes don't have to make sense. Actually, it's better if they don't. I know my keystone has a telephone because my intrados is from the Galapagos and my frieze is full of cheese." Beta was impressed. "I didn't know you could freeze cheese," he explained. No, Beta, that's not what it means," Archi explained. "Cheese is just a word that rhymes with frieze, the part of a triumphal arch under the cornice where the sculptures go." He saw they were almost to the schoolhouse. "We have to hurry," Archi urged his friend. "What names do you have to memorize?" "The list of simple machines," Beta replied, and pulled a small note from out of his handle. "I have them written down. There are 6. The lever, the inclined plane, the wedge and the screw, the pulley, and the wheel and axle. That's a lot to remember," he lamented. "No, it's not," Archi replied. "Let me see that note." They stopped at the entrance to the schoolyard as Archi scanned the list of names from Beta. "I think we can find a word that matches each one and make it into a story to remember it by," he said, thinking hard. "Listen. The lever, who's a beaver, took the inclined plane on the underlined train to the wedge by the hedge on Screw Avenue in Kalamazoo. The pulley was all woolly, but the wheel banana peel has an axle with a crack-all." He looked at Beta, who was making strange burbling sounds. "Isn't that simple?" he asked him. The school bell rang the first time. That meant they had just a few minutes to get inside and in their proper seats. Beta's first class was in another room where the mechanisti students would take their own test. Beta was trying to get the sing-song rhyming poem from Archi memorized in just a short time he had together. "A beaver with a fever took the champagne's horse's mane to dredge the sledge on the blue kangaroo in Kathmandu," he chanted. Beta, I don't think that—" Archi tried to interrupt him, but Beta was on a roll now and kept on singing. "The pigeon stoolie, full of guacamole, bought the real Savannah seal. It was a steal of a deal, said the grackles in their shackles." He turned proudly to Archi and exclaimed, "Thanks, Archi, I got it now. This test is in the bag. See you after class." Archi tried to stop him, but now he too had to hurry to the schoolroom for his own classes. Archi worried about Beta all day. When school was over, he joined his friend on the walk home. "How did your test go, Beta?" he asked. "Great, Archi," Beta beamed. "Thanks to you, I got more than 100% perfect score." Archi was amazed. "You really could remember all those simple machine names?" he asked. "Nah," replied Beta. "But Professor Penn got his tests mixed up, and instead we had a zoology test. We had to name 6 animals, and I named 7 for extra points. What animals do you know, Beta? Archie asked suspiciously. I thought you were studying simple machines. I was, but your rhyming system taught me a woolly sheep, a beaver, and a horse, and a kangaroo, and a pigeon, and a seal, and even a grackle by mistake. Thanks, Archie. You're the best kind of friend there is. Beta fairly danced all the way home, and Archie was happy for him, but still a bit confused. However, just before saying goodbye to Beta, he checked into Zino, and sure enough found a small bit of chocolate hidden in a pocket for them both. Here's a reward for you, Beta, he said, offering half of it to his friend. I will take the other half, but somehow I don't think I deserve it.